Hello, hello, how you doing? Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I have to make sure the volume is good. Give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all already know how we do. Matter of fact, let me cut my other fan on. Not my AC fan, but this other fan. Yeah, I'm sitting in this squeaky ass chair. Come on, it should have been popped up by now. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sitting in this squeaky ass chair. There we go. We good. We good. We good. What's up, fam? I hope all is well. Hey, Aries. Hello. Y'all, my ass is low-key tired, okay? I had to do lawn work today. Got that shit out the way. I ate, took a shower, so my ass is kind of like in relaxation mode. I had this schedule for 8:30, but I'm like, no, I want to get this shit over with because I actually want to enjoy the rest of my night. But on tonight's podcast, okay, we're going to be doing it audio style, okay, audio only. All right. Reason being is because I've been seeing a lot of people getting their channel striked for, I guess, having the visual appearance of other people's content. So I think from now on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do it through audio. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, but it's worth a try. There are going to be 3 videos I think we're going to watch today. So this is going to be quite a lengthy commentary. So, excuse me, I suggest that y'all go ahead and get y'all something to smoke on, something to sip on. Listen to this while you're doing something else. Again, this is just commentary. And speaking of commentary, let me go ahead and do this just to make sure we're good. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Hey, Miss Ann, what's going on, y'all? So today, we're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of commentary. Now, before we go forward, okay, I always say this. Well, matter of fact, let me give a little backstory. I've done a few commentary videos on Walter Lee Hampton. That's the individual in the thumbnail. That's the individual that we're giving commentary about on tonight. Before, I want to say maybe 2-3 years ago, I've done commentary on him. So I suggest that y'all go ahead and check that out. And in my commentary, it was a little abrasive, you know what I mean? But I mean, the level of ego that was there, and that's low-key still there, you know, I felt like it was called for. But now I'm a little bit more refined. I'm a little bit more objective. And I hope this commentary creates a form of conversation, a different type of conversation, a more open-minded, a more aware, a more objective conversation, because the fearful conversation that this individual by the name of Walter Lee Hampton has when it comes to the Black gay community and the Black gay experience, per his lenses, is not the only view. Okay, so my commentary is not meant to denigrate. I'm not trying to assassinate his character. I'm just challenging the thought patterns, the processes, and the experiences that he has had. To me, it appears that I'm about to say Lance, girl. Well, at this point, Walter Lee and Lance is practically the same. It's just one straight, one gay. Okay, and they both up there in age. Praise the Lord. I hope I get there someday. But I want to remain, like I said, objective in this commentary. I do. Starting off, I just have to say this. I feel like Walter is stuck in that era of the late 80s, early 90s, because he was around when the initial AIDS epidemic happened. Just imagine seeing individuals who are 250, 260, you know, pure muscle, dwindle down to fucking 110 pounds because of this virus, of this disease. But the narrative has changed about it. Modern medicine has been able to help change the trajectory of it. It's not the death sentence that it used to be. Of course, we still need to speak about HIV awareness and advocacy. But there are people who are living with HIV who are living healthy lives, that are low-key living longer than some other people who don't have it, all because their mindset has changed, their mental hygiene has changed, their spiritual hygiene has changed, their physical hygiene has changed, and they've been able to really live and manage that. I mean, there are individuals out there that have cancer, that have diabetes, that have all these other ailments that happen to them. It's about how you manage and you live with that. So like I said, today we're going to be listening to 3 videos. Hopefully get through them fast, because I ain't trying to be here forever. But I understand this type of commentary takes time. From Walter Lee Hampton. So let's jump right into it, okay? Miss Ann said, I was a little girl when HIV/AIDS came on the scene. Yeah, and I bet you that commentary was very fearful, wasn't it? It was very fearful. People didn't want to be around it. They didn't want to drink after you, touch after you, eat after you. Just some people were so ignorant and so fearful that, hell, just being in the same room with you, breathing the same air as you, it could be transmitted. But again, these are individuals who do not study to show themselves approved. These are individuals who do not take in consideration what scientists and doctors have said. Okay, the individuals that has went to school, okay, and got the student loan debt to prove it. Okay, got the college education, got the doctorates and the masters, and got all these different degrees that qualifies them to speak on such situations. So anyway, let me shut up and let's get into this video. The first video, which if you want to go to Walter Lee Hampton's channel, you can. Walter Lee Hampton II, okay? The name of the video is called Atlanta, Avoid the Dangerous Culture, okay, of the Black LGBTQ community. This is also another fellow same gender-loving man. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into his commentary.
Good morning. Today is Monday. It is October 10th.
If y'all can hear, please say yes in the comments. If no, put no for me, please.
It's early in the morning. Today is some holiday, so I don't even know what weekend is a holiday.
And this video was actually uploaded today. So let's get in.
You can grace him. You down there sleep all the time. Now you wide awake. Now you wide awake and you're like, what's going on? Say good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm Stinky. I'm Stinky. Well, anyway, I saw something in the comments that kind of scared
a little
me.
muffled, Miss Ann.
Somebody made the comment that I was talking negative about gay people.
Hold on, let me check the audio real quick.
Somebody made the comment that I was talking negative about gay people.
Hold on, let me check the audio. I think that might be his voice, just how low his voice is. I'm trying to get it to a point to where y'all can hear it clearly. Maybe if I do it like this, let's see if this will work.
Negative this and that. I think sometimes people take my words and kind of like twist them around, and maybe they don't understand what I'm saying.
Right.
And I make the comment for people to stay, out of some of the influences of the gay community. So I'm gonna do a video today just to kind of discuss that.
Thank you, Miss Ann. Thank you.
No, I'm a proud Black gay man. I know who I am. I've known I was gay since I was a little kid. Mm-hmm. My sexuality is just who represents me. I don't represent a community of people.
Wow.
When you think about community, we think about people who are similar and like-minded.
Right.
So, it's a community of...
Are you not similar and like-minded in being gay? So I think that would be the area where we're talking about, Walter.
Black gay men, we're similar and like-minded because of our sexuality.
Right.
So,
right, exactly.
But it ends there.
Mm.
There are some things that take place within the gay community that I've never cared for. And I've always thought it was dangerous. It's something that, some things that take place that a large percentage of the gay community participates in that I didn't want to participate in. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of bad influences like drugs and promiscuous sexual behavior.
These ads, girl. You mute these ads, girl. I am not getting YouTube red. Hell to the no, girl. We're going to have to skip the ads.
Narcissist behavior, just a lot of behaviors that can be dangerous and harmful.
Right.
So when I say y'all stay away from the community, I'm not saying stop being gay. No, you can be gay, but you don't have to be participating and caught up in that lifestyle of horrible, destructive behaviors that kind of take place in the gay community. Not everybody participates in the drug use and the drinking over the drugs or drinking
right.
Sexual addiction and
Right.
all of it. Not everybody, I never participated in it.
Right.
But I had sense enough to realize the problem and separate myself from it. Say, I don't want any parts of that. I didn't want any parts of it. It's kind of like if you grew up in the hood. Let's imagine you live in a rough neighborhood. Like I grew up in Gary. And Gary, my part was a really nice, beautiful city. And then things started to get rough. And you look around, and there were some things taking place that I didn't want me to have any parts of, drugs and hanging in the streets and just a lot of different bad stuff that began to happen in Gary. And it happens in many major urban areas.
Right.
So the question would be, you can still be black. You can still live in the hood, but you don't have to participate with the activities that are going on in the hood. You don't have to be caught up in the drug dealing and the shooting.
And you know what? To your point, I understand that. Like for me, I live in the hood. I have not succumbed to the energy or vibrations, as low as they may be, because I live in the hood. I'm not out here selling drugs. I'm not out here having 50 million 11 kids. I'm not out here doing all these things. But what I am doing, even though I'm in the hood, I'm learning why the vibration in the hood is so low. I'm discovering more and more why we are in the state that we are in as Black people. Okay? Trying to understand. And when you open your mind and you become more aware, you start to understand the little small, I think it's called idiosyncrasies, if I'm not mistaken. You start to pay attention to the smaller elements that come together to play in such a bigger way. For example, why are these men selling drugs in the hood? Why are these men killing in the hood? And you have asked a few questions throughout these videos that we're going to listen to. And the reason why I'm making this commentary is because I don't know why I keep saying Lance, because both of y'all bald-headed. I don't know if it's just the bald-headed energy girl that just make people scared, bitch. And my hairline is starting to kind of moonwalk. So I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, girl. I'm going to learn to love myself so my hairline can stay intact. Praise him. Okay? But you've been in Atlanta, the Black gay mecca, bitch. Okay? For close to 33 years now, from 89 all the way up to now. Right? You keep asking these questions, but you don't have an answer to them. And I would have thought for someone who has been in the community and has been in Atlanta for a little over 3 decades, there would be some form of evolution. There would be some form of understanding. There would be some form of using your privilege, your knowledge, your wisdom in a way that will be able to benefit others in the community. You say you're 50-something years old, right? Why not use the influences that you have? You have a lot of gay friends, you say, in Atlanta. You know a lot of people in Atlanta. Why not use your resources and your knowledge and whatever the case may be to create workshops, create opportunities, create spaces for those people who are trapped in this quote unquote dangerous culture, and give them a lifeline so that they can pull themselves out and teach them how to do it. But see, you're not doing that. It's just easier for you to get on YouTube and to say the same thing and remix the same thing and get paid for it. That's the thing and the issue that I do have with Walter Lee's thought pattern and processes, as well as Lance. It's a lot of complaining. It's a lot of fear. It's a lot of ignorance, but there is no solving, no problem solving. There is no redemption when it comes to these things. It's just eternal damnation that I hear. What's up, El Teddy?
Gang mentality.
What's up, Yanni?
All that. So you don't have to be involved in that mess.
Right.
But in many instances, you might want to leave the hood so you can have a normal life. So
leaving the hood means you have to have a normal life. But if your mindset is still caught in the hood, what's the saying? You could take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. See, it's a mentality thing. If your mind is still in the same place, no matter where the fuck you go, that same energy is going to bring forth those same situations, those same experiences that was once in the hood. So it's all about changing your mind. But how can you change your mind when you are in a fearful, negative, low vibrating thought process There is no freedom in that. People fear what they don't understand, and they hate what they fear. And also, what you resist will always persist. The more that you spread fear narratives out there, the more you're going to attract those fear narratives. Let's continue.
So when I tell people, gay people, you don't want to get involved in this mess. You know, keep your distance.
Right.
You don't get involved in the foolish, destructive behaviors that many gay men participate in. You don't want that.
Right.
Because it's going to come back to harm and hurt you.
Right.
Yeah, I've been in the gay community for over 30 years. I've lived in Atlanta for over 30 years.
Right, right.
I could tell you some stories. I have told you all some stories about my life here in Atlanta. And at a very early age in my 20s, I said, okay, I got to separate myself from these guys.
But a lot of your stories that you've shared with us, Walter, have been very scary ones. You've met people who had HIV and died, and they just left the narrative there. When it comes down to gay men now, it's just something bad and leave the narrative there. There is no redemption. And I get it. I get it. You are in no way, shape, or form obligated to do anything. But if you're not willing to put some change into the culture, you can't sit up here and complain about the culture like the way that you do. If you're going to talk about the culture and how dangerous the culture is, then what are you doing to help change the trajectory of the culture? What are you doing to help change the energy and vibration and frequency of the culture? What are you doing? You're not doing anything. You get up here and you say the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And then what that does is that continues to give ammunition to those who are homophobic, whether it's outside the community or inside, because you do have some self-loathing gays, girl, who don't see it for themselves. So because they don't see it for themselves, they can't see it for other motherfucking people. You know? But I just would have thought, I mean, if I was Walter Lee and I had all these gay friends and I had all these connections and I had all this stuff, I would have done something. But see, even in the past, I think you were invited, if I'm not mistaken, to a panel about HIV and AIDS, and you showed up with a shirt that said HIV negative on it. And you didn't do it in a way of advocacy and trying to get people to understand and even empathize with the community that does have HIV. You did it in a malicious way, in a very much childish nana boo boo type of way. Like, look at me, look what I got, and look what, and look, I mean, look what I don't have, look what you have. There was literally a video that you did years ago with what's his name? What's his name? It's on the tip of my fucking tongue. Jesus, Armand Wiggins. You did a video with Armand Wiggins, or a live with Armand Wiggins years ago when Armand was on Facebook. You did a Facebook Live where you put up a post on your Facebook page about HIV and AIDS. Somebody who had HIV came up there and tried to educate you on that. And you know what your response was? Your response wasn't, oh, you know what? You're right. Oh, you know what? Let me stand corrected. Oh, it wasn't that. You know what your response was? You told this man that when you go through the Walgreens drive-thru to pick up your HIV medication, I want you to think of my smiling face. That's what you told this man, responding to him in the comments of your Facebook post. Then when Armand Wiggins brought you onto his Facebook Live years ago to have the conversation about that, and the individual who responded to that comment that you made that response to afterwards came up onto the live, you said the same thing to him. And you kind of said it with a little bit more vitriol then. Because you told him, you said, when you at Walgreens, stick on my motherfucking smiling face. But you want us to believe that you know everything that there is to know about surviving the LGBT plus Black community and the experience of it. Because we're going to get a little bit deeper into Walter Lee Hampton as well. Because like I said, I've done commentary on him. I have watched some of his videos years ago. And the fact that the videos I watched years ago and the videos that I'm seeing today, especially this one that has been uploaded, the energy is still the same. There's been no evolution. There's been no growth. There has been no open-mindedness. There has been no self-education. There has been nothing of the sort. You just get on live, you just get on YouTube, you make your video, say what you got to say, and you make money off of it, even though it's hateful rhetoric. I mean, motherfuckers still making money, so I guess.
So this shit ain't going nowhere. I'm so glad I did. So glad I said this isn't for me. I'm gay. I love who I am. I love living life. But let me just kind of separate myself from some of the crazy stuff that's going on in the culture.
Let's not forget, the people that go to these clubs and do all this sexual stuff or whatever, looks are deceiving. Since we're talking about Atlanta, can we talk about Atlanta a little bit? I ain't never been to Atlanta, girl, so this is just, I'm going to say it like my friends say, ignorantly speaking. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I feel like this is not just Atlanta. This is just in general. There are motherfuckers who got suits and ties on that work in corporate America. That's part of the blue collar community, girl. Excuse me. All these things got their masters, their doctors. They have prestige and title underneath their name, girl. They got 2, 3 houses, girl. Got 4, 5 cars. Bank account on swole. All this shit. And those same people still play into the community. Those be the same people that on a Friday, Saturday, especially a Saturday, bitch, pull up at the motherfucking club in they new whip, trying to stunt and show off. So there's no look or no monolithic look of people who are destructive. Looks to be very deceiving. So you're trying to tell people to avoid these situations. For example, me, I've been told a long time ago never to go to the Woodward gay bar, bitch. Before it burnt down, don't go over there. That's where the hood niggas at. They where the ratchet niggas at. I would go over there, and did I see some hood shit? Of course. A lot of us in the community are hurting. A lot of us in the community don't know who the fuck we are. Okay, and because we don't know who we are, we're projecting our fear, our pain, our ignorance onto each other. So I'm not lying and saying that's not happening. But when I went, ain't nobody want to fight me. It was some niggas trying to fuck me, but girl, I have my own self-value and self-worth about myself. Doesn't mean I don't put myself in those situations. And then on top of that, you go to the gym all the time, Walter. I gotta believe the gyms in Atlanta is popping. I got to believe the gyms in Atlanta, Georgia, girl. It's just booty talk 2022 in this motherfucker. Okay, y'all, let's get back to this shit.
Of the gay community.
Hey, Joshua.
Like I said earlier, not every man, gay person participates in this foolishness. Some people, I know plenty of gay people who never go around the gay community as a lot. They don't go to the clubs, the parties, they don't participate in any of that stuff. Because they already know it's just it's too destructive. And they know it will harm them. A lot of drug use, y'all has been going on since I was 18 years of age.
And before you came to Atlanta,
cocaine, Molly, there's so many drugs over here. Everybody can get high. Well, I don't want to get high.
That's fine. You ain't got to.
The most
weed for me.
Some caffeine in this damn coffee.
That's fine.
My nigga mug wasn't clean today. I feel like Washington. But for people to say that I'm attacking the gay community, I'm not attacking the gay community. I'm very
You're not attacking your fear. Well, I guess some people can say you're attacking. I'm not gonna say you're attacking. I'm gonna say you're very fearful of it. You're very fearful of it. Your very warped viewpoint on the community is very, very, very fearful, girl. I mean, just look at how you look at HIV. You see it as the killer that it came out to be during the initial outbreak, during the late 80s, early 90s. You're still in that mindset. And like I said, maybe because you've had friends who are these big muscle-bound niggas that turn into goddamn sick-ass twinks and shit and stuff, maybe that replays in your mind, so there's a fear of you having that. And I mean, even me, when I grew up, when I was younger and I discovered my sexuality and I heard what people said about gay people, one of those things being HIV, I was afraid to do anything. I was afraid to talk to boys. I was afraid to do anything. I thought that I would catch it. I remember one time, when I tell you my mind used to be so scared of catching HIV and AIDS when I was younger, girl, because of the stigma around it with gay people, to where, girl, every time I would hear the song Lean On Me by Kirk Franklin, bitch, I had to cut it off, girl, because they're talking about a little boy with AIDS, and I thought it was me. Because, see, the fearful narrative at that time, If I had somebody in my life who was older than me that knew more about me about HIV and AIDS and educated me on that, then I probably wouldn't have that. But as I got older and I realized that I am part of the LGBT community and that I do have a love for Black men, and for me to sit up here and to cut my partner off, or my potential partner off, based off the fact of him being positive, I could be fucking up my own blessing. Now, of course, there are certain precautions and stuff that need to be taking place when it comes to HIV and AIDS and intimacy. I get that. But to completely denigrate people because they're positive, and to completely cast them to the side because they're positive, that's a fearful thing. So, yes, your commentary for a lot of people can be viewed as abrasive, too abrasive, can be looked upon as attacking. And for me, the way I see it through my viewpoint and my lens is through the fear of ignorance. And you've been spreading this ignorance so much. I remember you did a video back in the day when you was talking about how you can find out if your man DL, girl, and you had women literally wanting to pay you for classes. How do I find out if my man DL? How do I know? How do I know? Girl, and y'all ain't got to take my word for it, girl. Y'all ain't got to take my word for it. Y'all ain't got to take my word for it. Y'all ain't got to take my word for it. Go to his channel and listen to the fear-based mindset of Walter Lee Hampton. It's right there. And baby, there are thousands of videos, if I'm not mistaken, girl. There's so much evidence, so much burden of proof in regards to his fearful rhetoric of the community. And as we get into these other videos, girl, we gonna motherfucking shook and jive, and we gonna motherfucking moonwalk and go back down memory lane on some stuff with Walter Lee Hampton. Oh, yes, God.
I'm just telling you about what's happening in the gay community.
So you telling us what's happening in the gay community while not being in the gay community, girl. You're not in the mix. You're not at the functions. You're not at the clubs. You're not at these places, girl, but you have the supreme wisdom and knowledge of the situation, girl. Make it make sense.
And if you want to participate or separate yourself from some of the destructive stuff that happens in the culture of our community,
come through culture.
That is one thing I know about gay guys.
Mm-hmm.
They promote this mess. They promote the worst aspects of it, the porn in the community, the drugs, the promiscuous sexual activities, all the stuff they kind of promote it, put it on Front Street, live your life like this. Sex positivity movement. I'm like, what is that? Oh, just fucking cheating die. That's basically what sexual positivity means.
Actually, sex positive. See, this is why you have to study to show thyself approved. Because you'll have people who don't know what they're talking about. People who are looking at things, once again, through the lens of fear that's very distorted, girl. Who will look at something and demonize it. What sex positivity is, and even I had to learn this, because back then, before I started really doing more of my spiritual work, there were a lot of things that I did agree with Walter until I studied and got myself together. Right? But sex positivity just basically means to stop demonizing the act of sex. Sex is, to me, if used correctly, is a beautiful thing. It is a spiritual thing. SEX, sacred energy exchange. You are exchanging your energy with somebody. And being part of the LGBT community, the Black gay community, imagine how many Black gay men have been told from their family members, their friends, associates, church members, hell, even being told that God don't love you and all this shit. So when it's time to have sex, which is the most intimate you can be with somebody, if somebody is cut off from all of this other loving vibration that is not sexual, and the only loving vibration they get is sexual, of course these people are going to hoard the sex. See, we're not asking ourselves the right questions about these things. And plus, sex is a part of life. And as much as people, even straight people, Lance Scurv, want to sit up here and talk about sex being used for procreation, people out here are having sex now simply because it feels good. Simply because it's a release. And Walter, no tea, no shade, but all facts. I know you want some sex, nigga. I know you want some dick or some ass or both. Because even my ass is abstaining. Yeah, abstaining. I'm abstaining for sex. I was trying to find the other word. I don't have sex like that. And when I do have sex, I'm very cautious and careful about the people that I do have sex with. I think about those things. But see, I had to learn to love myself first to be able to care about myself. A lot of us in the Black gay community still are struggling with self-love. So of course, all these other things are going to come out. But when you have sex positivity, you have people who are aligned, who are aware enough, that are able to bring context and nuance to these things that you, sir, are struggling to understand. Because once again, of your fear-based mentality.
You just have as much sex you want to, whoever you want to. You have sex, you just fuck everybody. Without any regards to your health or STDs or, I'm not about to run having sex with every man I meet just because it's some foolish, and that's why I'm sitting here HIV negative. Now, y'all, I have friends who are HIV positive, and I have friends who are HIV negative, but I noticed something.
What you notice?
My friends who are HIV negative are very conservative, kind of like me. They ain't out there living their lifestyle. Never have lived their lifestyle.
Interesting.
Very cautious about how they proceed forward. They're definitely involved in drugs, a whole bunch of fucking, but different people, mainly in relationships. And one thing I know for sure, they don't participate in the overall Black gay community. They don't go to clubs, they don't go to parties, they don't go. They keep their distance.
Okay.
They know why. Because they realize they don't want to be parts of certain stuff.
Okay, so let's talk about the whole conservative thing and how them being conservative stopped them from, for the context of the situation, getting HIV. We need to stop this narrative that only people who are out here hoeing and fucking and having sex on camera and doing OnlyFans is out here just have HIV and just spreading it. Because there's a lot of people who are part of those institutions, those platforms that do what they have to do in order to protect themselves sexually. But let's get into it. It's not just people out here that's having sex or, according to you, hoeing around that's catching it or contracting it. I don't even want to say catching, that are contracting it. There have been plenty of people who have been in long-term monogamous relationships who have trusted their partners, girl, and their partner has stepped out on them unbeknownst to them and brought something back to them. And HIV is just not a gay thing, because if we're going to be all the way factual about it, unfortunately, but statistically speaking, Black women are number one at HIV. So once again, we have to bring nuance, okay, and further context to these things. Because if we look at it in just a vacuum, like Walter Lee does, it will be completely fucking warped. And you know what, Joshua, here's one thing I really appreciate about him, about Lance Scurv. I'm not afraid to have conversations or give commentary on people who have opposing views than me. Because I realize that's the only way we're going to ever find the gray area. We need the Black and we need the white in order to make gray. Black ain't gonna make gray by itself. White ain't gonna make gray by itself. We need it. So I'm glad, and I encourage people like Walter Lee Hampton and Lance Scurv to continue to walk in their truth in what they say. But I also want them to understand that they're going to be challenged. Just like I'm pretty sure my commentary one day is going to be challenged. I'm not exempt. But how do we move forward from this? Because once again, with Lance Scurv, which once again, y'all can go ahead and check on my video, it's age restricted. So I need y'all to watch it. I need y'all to comment. I need y'all to share, because the message is very important. But once again, with Lance Scurv and Walter Lee, again, just a certain type of viewpoint that is not healthy at all. Again, it's fear-based. Do you know how many lives you could possibly be touching and helping by being in those spaces and just your energy alone? If you're operating in such a high vibrating energy, if you are so conservative, you are so aligned, you know what's going on, you are very cautious and aware, and you have that high vibrating energy, why not go into those spaces and spread your energy about? Because if you're talking about this community that is so fucked up and hurt, okay, well, my thing is there are some people in the community who are fucked up and hurt, but want to be healed, that want to be whole, that want to be complete. And if you are the fairy godmother of Atlanta, girl, why not spread your wine a bippity boppity boo and help some of these people? Again, you want to talk about the situation, you want to talk about these issues, but you don't know and don't want to provide any sort of solutions to this. But I mean, girl, if I was on YouTube for years and I was getting assets check, girl, to sit up here and talk about niggas and shit, girl, I guess I'd be doing it too.
And again, because I know y'all gonna twist my words.
That's why I'm glad we got the audio, because there'll be no twisting of words. We gonna hear what you said verbatim.
Not every Black gay man lives their life in the manner that the culture of the gay community promotes.
Okay.
One prime example. I've made some mistakes, of course.
We human, yep.
But when I realized at a very early age, if I continue down this path, I'm gonna get in a world of trouble. I better separate myself.
There's a lot of people now that I know that are older gay men that were in the gay lifestyle, girl, or the gay scene, I'll say. When I say lifestyle, I guess the cultural lifestyle of it. There are videos of motherfuckers who was goddamn older than me, been in the club during the 80s, 90s, all that shit, girl, and they still here. They have jobs. And every once in a while, they still go out. So it's a shame that now because of these places and spaces, now we got to stay out of them because of, what they're going to do to us. It's about how you handle your goddamn self. That's what I'm doing. Girl, let's get into it. Oh, shit, I'm muting my bad.
Still Black.
What's up, Neries?
Still living. But just living a separate life than the vast majority of my counterparts, those who still alive. I've lost a lot of friends in this lifestyle. Got some AIDS, murders, suicide, car accidents, eating clubs, all kinds of shit, all related.
Okay, and guess what? This is not just an exclusive LGBT thing. How many heterosexual niggas done shot other niggas outside the club, outside the strip club, outside Nicky's? How many motherfuckers been ran over that were straight? How many Black women and Black men who are heterosexual unfortunately died from HIV/AIDS? This is not just an exclusive thing in the community. It's an energy thing. It's an energy thing. But again, you're looking at it once again, and we're going to keep bringing this up because this is the focal point of this commentary. Your viewpoint, your thought patterns and process about it is very limiting. There's been individuals who were HIV that came out on goddamn YouTube about the HIV status, girl, and here the fuck you go. I told you so. See, I told you. I told you. I told you. Ain't no, I'm sorry. Ain't no, what can I do to help? Ain't no outreach. Ain't nothing of that. Do you know how many gay men end up hearing those words, hearing the words, you're positive? And the reason why they deal with suicides and such and promiscuity and all these things is because now they have to deal with the stigma of society viewing them. And that means mama, daddy, family, close friends, associates, church. There are still a lot of people out here who are ignorant when it comes to HIV and AIDS. And if the whole world outside of you is against you and you don't have a strong foundation of self-love, you will succumb to those things. But that's why I'm glad you're putting this on YouTube. I'm so glad that you are. And like I told y'all before, I would never, ever take away anybody's freedom of speech. Say what the fuck you want to say, how you want to goddamn say it, bitch. Go ahead. But understand, when you put that shit up there, girl, you hit upload and it's on YouTube, you open yourself up for other people to give their commentary and their perspective on it. And like I said, I wouldn't mind having a conversation with Walter. I wouldn't mind doing a live with his ass and be like, okay, girl, what's the problem? What's the issue? I thought the purpose of getting older and the purpose of evolve in life is to evolve, is to grow. But I'm starting to see a lot of older people are getting set in their ways. And I don't think that's very healthy because you cut yourself off from life because you're set in your own way. There's nothing with having a little bit of something about you that you want to still remain the same, especially if it's something that's fruitful and life-giving. But as far as your awareness of other people and those realities and those experiences, there has to be a growth here. And I don't know if you say you have these gay friends, girl, these people who are friends that have HIV and stuff, bring them onto the platform. I don't watch your platform like that. I'm still subscribed to you on my old YouTube channel because I have all the old subscriptions on there. And I saw it and I was like, well, let me check and see if his viewpoint changed. And girl, it didn't, which is why I'm doing this commentary now. But maybe you have had people on your platform recently that had HIV and you got their perspective, or you had friends on your platform and got their perspective. I don't know. But if that's the case, I need to see more of that. Because you say you have such seniority in the community, girl. You should be out here doing something. You build houses and shit. I guess you're a contractor, if I'm not mistaken, girl. You have all this stuff. Why not use those resources? If you are tired of seeing the community the way it is, what's that saying? Be the change you wish to seek. Why not use that energy and go into those environments and say, okay, how can I help change this? Girl, I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody to be able to do this shit. Why are we not having workshops? Why are we not having open panel discussions about these things? Why are we not speaking? Why are we not doing that? He recently had a friend of 20 years who's positive on it. Oh, he did? Okay, how did that commentary go? I didn't see that one. How did that commentary go? But anyway, let's continue.
Directly related to the culture of the Black gay community. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm using the term Black gay community. It could be the whole gay community. I really don't know much about white gay culture.
They fucking too. They fucking on islands and shit. They spend money on their shit. Okay.
I know a few white gay guys, but I know very little about their culture because I don't participate in their community like that. I don't go to their clubs. It's not nothing I've done on purpose. It just never happened. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm trying to think of a few times I've had a gay person come to my house, a gay white person come to my house and sit at my dinner table. Very rare, maybe never. I can't even remember. Now I can sit down and break bread and have my family and friends. No, I can't think of anything. Mm-hmm. I had a conversation with another buddy. Not 2 seconds. I said, you have white friends? I mean, I ain't never had no white friends in the gay community. Mm-hmm. He been in there a lot longer than me. Mm. So I'm not going to sit here and listen to y'all screaming, white folks do it too. White folks do it too.
I mean, it's not exclusive to Black people. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. What you're talking about is not something that is exclusive to a certain community, because if that was the case, only that community would be dealing with it. Only that community will be experiencing it. There are multiple communities that are experiencing the same shit you're talking about.
I don't care what they do. I don't know. I'm not living over there with them. Let them deal with their own issues. Mm. The problem, we always worry about some white folks doing, but they do what white folks have to do. I can assure you, white folks are not sitting over there worried about, I wonder what the niggas over there doing. How do you live in I was wondering. Black folks do it too. They don't care about y'all. Trust me, they don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, but I thought that was kind of odd because I've seen this kind of pop up in the comments occasionally. Mm-hmm. You talking about gay people. You must not like gay people. This man learned that because are you gay? Because you talking about gay people. I'm Black, but I'm talking about niggas too. What's the problem?
You just a Black gay nigga.
People need to get a wake-up call. Let's just change for a brief second, change the subject about Black folks. Mm-hmm. We all know that there is some things that take place in the Black community, our culture, that are not healthy.
Correct.
We all know this.
Correct.
And so you have to make a decision. You have to be part of that bullshit or not.
Right. Right.
There are some unhealthy things that take place within the black community, within our culture.
Right.
And you know, so we go down, I can go run down a list of shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Do we?
Good example, soul food. I love soul food. But I know as a 52-year-old man, I cannot eat soul food every day.
Right, right.
I have to have a wide-ranging selection of fresh fruits and vegetables. Soul food is good, but I also need to have soul food tends to have food that tends to be cooked a lot. I better especially our vegetables. We overcook them. I ain't never heard of a soul food salad. I could be wrong. Y'all tell me about it. I don't know what they put in the soul food salad. Pig feet, and lettuce, and tomatoes. I don't know. I don't think we even have. I have never heard of a salad.
Well, I think they have this restaurant called Slutty Vegan, if I'm not mistaken. Slutty Vegan. I think it's in Atlanta. Oh wow, it's something in Atlanta. You don't even know about nigga. This vegan called Slutty Vegan, girl. They create soul food, but it's vegan style. So there is. That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, just because you don't know and you don't see and you don't feel, don't mean that it don't happen. Just because you are not aware of it does not mean that there is an awareness of it. You're the one that's not aware. That's all. Let's continue forward.
I remember one time I had a Thanksgiving dinner. Man, all this healthy stuff all over there. I had a kale and cranberry salad. Made the guy who did it. He made all this. Chinese people didn't touch that shit. They ate their turkey and dressing.
Because it sounds like white people food, girl.
And greens.
Nigga put blueberries and macaroni and cheese and shit, girl. Get slapped.
Like, y'all don't eat salads.
Now with no blueberries and shit in it, the fuck? We ain't no damn deer.
But we know there are some unhealthy aspects of the black culture.
Right.
The mafia, Italians. We know that they sometimes get caught up in that illegal mafia gang mentality, the Italian community.
You got 50 million fucking ads running through your damn shit. Girl. If I had 20 ads running through my videos, I'd come up here and just say the same shit every day too. Shit. Amen.
It's part of their culture.
Mm-hmm.
I know very little about it what I've seen on TV. But I've read enough about it.
Wait, you said what?
Parts of it. It's just part of their culture. I know very little about it what I've seen on TV.
You've known very little about it except what you know on TV. Again, girl, I respect your commentary. I appreciate your commentary, but I also understand that once again, the commentary is very limiting. Amen.
But I've read enough about that. I do understand that it's something that runs in their community, and some people don't want any parts of it.
Right.
So I made a decision in my early 20s. When I first got to Atlanta at 18, I moved to Atlanta in January of 1989. I was 18 years of age.
Right.
And as I start going out into the gay community, and believe me, there was a large black gay community here in 1989. So other people just, nobody was out in 1989. What the fuck y'all talking about? And the clubs were packed with people. Thousands of people.
I gotta believe it. You were there. I wasn't. I was still in my dad's nutsack in 89, nigga.
They didn't have no man person back then.
Another thing, too. Walter is tired of the feminine gay men, girl. He don't like you feminine niggas. He don't like you goddamn twinkish back ass bitches. He said he don't like you goddamn my lip gloss is popping, bitch, just in case I want to do something nasty, bitch ass niggas. He like muscle bound, masculine, you can't tell they gay type of men, girl. And he low-key feels some type of way because now, girl, the lady boys, okay? The feminine men's, the feminine, not feminine, the feminine men's, girl. The niggas who want dick in their ass, girl, or more than the niggas who slinging the dick into ass, girl. He feels some type of way about it, girl. But luckily for me, girl, I like feminine niggas, girl. So I guess the field is plentiful for my short leprechaun ass, girl. But for Walter Lee Hampton, girl, at this point, no tea, no shade. You say you 53. You better get you a fem nigga that know how to ride that dick, bitch, like a soldier.
When I first moved in 1989, I realized within a few weeks, wow, these guys are crazy. I began to see stuff that didn't sit well with me as an 18-year-old. I said, ooh, what? Wow, and I just kind of sit back and said, this is how y'all live your lives? And I just sit back and kind of wonder, I just kind of stare. And then people quickly realize I wasn't going to participate in some of this foolishness that they were out here doing. I had no desire to do drugs. Everybody smoking crack back then. I don't need no crack.
Me either,
crack.
bitch.
I'm not smoking no crack.
I'm already short, girl. I can't smoke these kneecaps off, bitch.
Cocaine. I don't want no coke. I didn't even. Y'all don't even smoke weed. They was smoking weed. Like, I don't want that shit.
Bitch, I love weed, girl. First of all, that's from the earth, bitch. Okay, weed is from the earth, girl. And I won't smoke that shit, girl, until I die, girl. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I'ma smoke this blunt as long as I can, bitch. Trust. Understand me. Okay, weed is where it's at, bitch. I guarantee you, if motherfuckers were smoking weed only, I bet you the reality of the community would be very different. Cause a lot of niggas don't want to fight when they high. A lot of niggas don't want to argue when they high. A lot of niggas don't want to do that shit. They want to motherfucking chill. They might want to fuck, even though alcohol make niggas want to fuck more, bitch. High, they want to fuck, or hell, they want to eat. That's it. So if everybody was smoking weed, bitch, I promise you, it'll be a much better place.
We can blow a shotgun. You can blow me one.
Blow me shotgun, bitch.
I just didn't need it.
Give me the weed, girl. Blow me with the shotgun, bitch. Have me like Cleo from Set It Off, bitch. Give me from the shit from the front. Give me the motherfucking AK from the back, girl. The motherfucking Glocks from the side, bitch. Throw a grenade in there, girl. Give me all the weed smoke, okay?
Drinking at that point.
I don't drink. I don't do that.
I didn't really start.
That's dangerous, bitch. Later on in the 90s, alcohol dangerous, girl. I agree. Now I agree with you with that. Gays and alcohol don't mix, girl. It's I don't know if that low vibrational energy a lot of motherfuckers be dealing with in their own personal lives, girl, come bubbling up, girl. But all of a sudden, motherfuckers get drunk and be like, bitch, you got a problem? You like, girl, what? It's dark in here. You can't even see nobody's face. What you mean got a problem?
First mistake ever. I probably would drink occasionally on the weekend, but I wasn't no drinker.
Me either.
I might go to the club and get me maybe one drink and literally hold that.
That's me. I'll babysit the fuck out of a drink, bitch.
That's it with tossing and dancing.
Girl, I ain't getting drunk. Fuck that. I don't care who you is, bitch. I'm not getting drunk, girl.
But the culture of the community, I realized very early on was dangerous and promoted aggressively. Have sex, do drugs, have multiple sex partners. All this stuff was promoted. Now, see, me being really kind of dumb when I first moved to Atlanta, not knowing any better, I thought these black folks would have sense enough to know about HIV and AIDS and protection and condoms.
But you came in during the gay community around 89, 90. I don't think the AIDS epidemic happened until 90, 91. So how could they be educated about HIV and AIDS, girl, when it ain't come out yet?
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't give a fuck about it. None of that shit. Trust me, they didn't care. They didn't give a shit. Our girls get out in the area and say no to drugs. I don't do drugs. Then you get to that, everybody do drugs. What's going on here?
Yeah, give me some of that za. I want some of that za.
It's part of the culture of the black gay community. Do drugs, have sex, dance, party, enjoy life.
That sounds like just humans in general, girl. You know how many motherfucking people who are heterosexual on the weekend, girl, be flooding the clubs, girl. Girl, when we saw that video of that black girl talking about, the Hennessy, she wasn't no lesbian. At least I don't know. She was happy the Hennessy was there. So human beings in general are getting drunk. Human beings in general are doing drugs. Human beings in general are fucking. And human beings in general are, like you just said, living life. You're just looking at one facet of it.
Drink. I don't want to live my life like that, though. Not against those people who are living their lives like that, but I thought this stuff was rather reckless and dangerous. It could be harmful to me, and I decided I'm not living my life like that.
Understand? You do what you want to do, bro.
And as I got older, I said, okay, enough. I got to just separate myself from this bullshit. I said, I'm going to have to literally separate and remove myself. Still gay.
Yes, you are.
I still go out to the club and stuff, but after being deeply ingrained in it, I'd step back. I said, okay, this ain't working.
I would love for you to go more in depth with the deeply ingrained, because if you say deeply ingrained, I gotta believe, and once again, this might be me being ignorant, but you said deeply ingrained, so I'm just gonna make that reach. You had to participate in some of this stuff. If you were deeply ingrained into this, That to me means that you had to participate in one of the few examples you gave about how destructive the community is. Interesting.
It ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me. Especially when I begin to see my friends drop dead. That's been right for me.
Mm.
The first year I lived in Atlanta in 1989, when I saw people that I personally knew that I had met that year drop dead from AIDS, really drop dead, I was like, okay, what
This
is
the fourth fucking ad, girl. What is the problem? Yes, bitch. Girl, how much money you making off this shit? Because maybe I need to start making video about gay niggas and HIV and shit, get paid myself, girl.
And every year, more people die. The more people die. Well, I said, okay. Then the suicide started. I said, okay, people getting suicide. What is going on here? Mm-hmm. So I've always been a person to kind of sit back and watch. Now I'm not no fool over here. Right. And I sat back and watched and said, okay, this ain't for me. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm not participating in this. Mm-hmm. So we just pulled back, went bought me a house. I separated myself, do my own thing. Right. Had my own parties, my own function, no drugs were allowed. Right. You know, I just did things differently for that benefit me. Right. So why didn't you go ahead and try to do that on a bigger scale? Instead of just having them in your home, which I understand, if there are other people in the community who feel the way you do and can't find any place of belonging or a place where they can feel safe and comfortable at, why not create those opportunities in the Atlanta area? There are multiple gay clubs. What's wrong with having a gay lounge or something? Where you have to be a certain age or whatever, enforce certain rules, girl, so that the only type of clientele that you're looking for, people that you're looking for, are able to make it inside of those clubs. Like, you have the power, the influence, you have the resources, you have the friends and people you know. You've been in Atlanta for over 30 years. You're talking about being a hustler and shit. I know you know somebody. Why not do that? Why not do? I feel like that would be easier to do that than to do what you're doing now, which is nothing fruitful or life-giving. Because that's what it should be about, your own happiness and what does benefit your life, not everybody else. I don't give a damn what those two niggas do. Mm-hmm. Y'all run out and jump off the fucking cliff. I don't give a fuck. I'm not running and jumping with you. Right. Because that's not going to benefit me. Right. Or help my life at all. Right. But again, who am I? I'm just some crazy man on the internet just telling my side of the story and my thoughts and opinions. And we appreciate it. I don't call you crazy. I don't think you're crazy. Do I feel like you're fear-based? Yes. But I mean, we need opposition. I don't want to be a part of conversations that are fucking echo chambers. I don't want to be a part of conversations where everybody's saying the same thing. Where is the contrast? Where is the opposing side? Where is the iron that's going to help sharpen this iron? So I appreciate you speaking your shit, but like I said, nigga, you gonna get checked. You gonna get your thoughts and opinions are going to get checked. I'll say that. Not you as a person, but your thoughts and your opinions and perspective and viewpoint is going to be checked. So with that being said, we got one more video. I was going to do 3, but I'm only doing 2, girl. I got time. The last video we're going to discuss now from Walter Lee Hampton II, which once again, you can go to his channel and leave your thoughts and concerns if you want to, girl, or just to do your own research and not take my word for it. Like, go down his catalog of videos and I want y'all to make up your own conclusion from that. But the next video that we're watching is called Please. Okay? Please do not get involved in the porn industry. It will.
Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm a musician.
Hold on, y'all, because I gotta. Damn, this ad is 12 seconds long. Fuck. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to read the actual title in its entirety. Hold on. Girl, these fucking ads, bro. What is going on? I don't care about none of this shit. Okay. The name of the video is called Please Do Not Get Involved in the Porn Industry. It will destroy you. Okay? So this was published on the 6th of this month. Let's get in.
Good morning. Today is Thursday. It's October 6th, 2022. I had a little dog here.
Girl, that dog is sitting there barking like, nigga, how many times you gonna say the same thing over and over again? The dog like, nigga, shut up. We heard this 20,000 times.
In the window. Why are you barking? He sees his reflection in the window. He's barking. Night ago, we were outside in the backyard. The lights were on the house, and he could see his shadow in the grass. He just kept chasing after his shadow. I mean, it was ridiculous. He was just running all over the yard, chasing after his shadow, jumping and trying to grab his shadow. I was realizing this is his shadow. You don't realize that that's his shadow that he's chasing after. But he was running all over him. He had to go grab his ass. He's getting closer and closer to this little creek in the back of the. Then behind our backyard, there's a behind there. Why are you barking? It's too early for this. Come get some coffee.
Don't get that damn dog no coffee. It'd be worse.
I done told you it's not. It's your reflection.
Now, you got a nice house, bitch. You got a nice little back deck and shit. Okay. Look nice. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's his reflection. He's trying to eat breakfast and he's looking at his
Walter always had nice places.
Door. He's barking at it. It was you, crazy.
No nigga in there, but nice places.
Today's one of them days. The birds are chirping. Can't get no quiet in what we hear. It's like we live in the jungle. Birds chirping, dogs biting, barking. Last night we had coyotes yodeling all night long. I'm not exactly sure what I should do if I run into a coyote in the backyard. But they're out here. So we got deer running around here. But anyway, today's one of them days I had to get up and turn the heat on to warm up the house. Turn it on. Well, this is the second time I turned the heat on. It was just a little chilly, and I said, you know what? This is a big house, and I was moving. Normally, I put on shirts and sweaters and stuff. So I fucking told me make sure the heat is working. Shit,
understandable. You gotta make sure that heat working, bitch.
So I wait till it get freezing cold and find out that shit ain't working. I had
Joshua, at this point, I don't even fucking know. Okay. And I've said this in my previous commentary years ago, which once again, you can go back on my YouTube channel and look down my catalog and you can see I've done a few videos on Walter Lee Hampton. And there's a particular video that I was going to speak about in this live, but girl, my energy, after this video, I want to be done, girl. Cause it's like, girl, I'm starting to get the flashbacks from, from back then. I want this commentary to be different as opposed to the previous ones. But there was a video that he did, girl, where it was an individual named Xavier. Xavier had all the red flags of the shit that he talking about to stay away from, and the nigga got involved with it to the point to where when he went to go get to submit his HIV test results, girl, he was sweating and shit, getting ready to blow up shit, burn down the house and shit, getting ready to motherfucking Bernadine from goddamn Waiting to Exhale, all that nigga shit, girl. Because if you don't know, when Xavier was around, okay, Xavier was an individual who was HIV positive that didn't tell Walter Lee about that. Okay. Walter also worked this nigga out in the gym. This nigga was looking like Jigglypuff and then turned into Machamp and shit. Walter then bought this nigga clothes, let this nigga stay with him. Walter then let this nigga drive his car. And what did goddamn Samora said, bitch from the Queens of Comedy, girl? You know that dick is good when you let a nigga ride your car and he ain't got no license. Girl, just letting these motherfucking unlicensed nigga roll around in all your damn nice ass cars and shit. So he fell for the shit too. Okay? But at this point, girl, I don't know. Is Earl even real? Is Earl even real? And the dog that was barking at the reflection in the window, was it really his reflection in the window? Or was it Earl out there, girl, standing in the goddamn forest and shit with the coyotes, letting your ass, girl, no, move on. Move on. Let go. The fear you have for HIV, let it go. The fear you have about black gay men, let it go. Because you're going to fuck around and manifest that shit. You did one time, girl. You look. Everybody don't get lucky a second time around.
In fact, I need to turn all these furnaces in this house for the next day, so make sure the shit's working. But it's a quiet day today. I'm sitting here having some coffee. And, you know, I've did these conversations before about these guys in Atlanta turning to pornography for a living.
Right.
I had a conversation with one of my clients, and he made a decision to do porn this past year. I don't know why he made the decision. But I think he's starting to regret it. He's made some good money doing it, about $20,000 a month at the peak. Of course, you know, porn is, you start off popular, then it plummets. And now she's beginning to see that just a year into it, that things financially.
Last time I saw Earl in the videos when Earl was in the hospital.
At a year ago, where he is now. So I told him, you know, you should have stuck to personal training and other fitness stuff. So here's the deal. Why would an attractive, handsome man destroy his credibility? So many opportunities to work with advertisers and modeling for Nike and other sports apparel. Pornography is a dead-end street. Once you do porn and it hits the internet, it's kind of impossible for you to pursue other careers like acting, modeling, all the stuff that you want to do.
Right. Okay.
All the stuff that you want to do because you got this damn porn all over the internet. You didn't got porn all over the internet. So now you can, how do you proceed forward? Many instances you can't move for a job. Listening to this, I'm like, dude, you should have thought about this before you did that. You got a lot of guys out here, men and women, who've done this porn, and it has had a devastating effect on their income, on their lives, and their careers.
Yeah. And there's also been individuals who have done porn, girl, and has been able to create their own kingdom from it. For example, Raheem Shabazz. I think that nigga #1 on OnlyFans. See, we got to stop thinking that people who have sex in this promiscuous way is just dumb ass, ignorant ass, stupid ass people. There are some people who are fucking for a reason. Just like strippers. I appreciate the show P-Valley because it gave more context and nuances to strippers. You have one common theme, a strip club, but everybody ain't stripping for the same reasons. Everybody got different reasons on why the fuck they strip and do what they do. So like these porn niggas, a lot of them are finding a way to create their own business and to create their own income. Because if we're talking about porn, and some of these porn companies, a lot of people of color don't get paid fairly. And the experiences they have with these porn companies in reference to black men are not good ones. So I appreciate men who, at least if they fucking and they fucking on camera, they getting paid for it. How many niggas out here fucking for free? They're not even getting a goddamn bag of motherfucking hot Cheetos, bitch. They ain't getting no lemon heads, no trolley gummy worm. They ain't even getting an adult Happy Meal at McDonald's. So for the motherfuckers out here that's busting it wide open, girl, and you gotta pay $20 a month to see it. I mean, I ain't got nothing against that.
Do not do it. How often? I mean, that's all we can just say now at this point is don't do it. Like the Nike commercial, don't do it. Like him trying to bite me, don't do it. Trying to scrape the creaky story, don't do it. Lord, this dog. So Cocker Spaniels, you know, you can't give a haircut for until he's been at 6 months. I think he's getting
a damn bear in your lap. Big ass fucking dog. On a damn hair.
I get some hair roots and shave style his hair so it could look like David Bowie over here or something. Yep, we gonna put some hair roots.
Got a fucking grizzly bear on your lap.
But anyway, do not do this pornography. You will regret it. I'm gonna say this again because y'all not listening. I told the boy, do not do this. He did it again.
Did you ever ask him why he wants to do it? Like what caused him to want to make a transition from being a personal trainer, being a very handsome individual who has all these opportunities such as modeling and acting and all these things is concerned or whatever? Did you ever ask him what made him want to do it? And then when he told you that, did you dig deeper into the reasons more? And then also explain to him, like you're saying now, if you're going to do this, because you're grown, if you're going to do this, well, at least take these certain precautions. Did you do it like that? Because I feel like that wasn't the way that you did it. I felt like based on the commentary that I've seen from you, which is practically a whole fucking YouTube channel, you wasn't trying to have no conversation to try to understand this man and figure it out. You just heard him say porn, and then in your mind, the ideology you have behind porn and all that type of shit, which I'm pretty sure you be busting nuts at night. Because as much as we talk about porn niggas, porn is a $1 billion industry. capital B. So motherfuckers getting paid and is able to retire and do all this type of shit if they know how to do it right. It'd be so crazy. We talk about don't do porn, girl, and then in the midnight hour, girl, we bust into the same nigga that we told not to do porn. Why? Because we wanted them to fuck us instead of this nigga for a check.
Listen to them other faggots.
Ooh.
See, one thing I've learned about the gay community, you got a very group of destructive people who will take you straight to motherfucking hell if you follow their dumb asses. They want you to do drugs. They want you to get high. They want you to have sex with everybody. They want you to get drunk. They want you to do pornography. They want you to do all this destructive shit. And then you do it, they vanish in your fucking ass.
Okay.
Where do you freeze that down?
Understandable. Understandable.
All the people who were supporting you for getting into this pornography shit, where are they?
Interesting.
Where are they? How do you feel? I mean, where are all these people who encourage you to do porn? That you did all this shit with. Now it's all over the internet, all this crazy shit. Y'all, they could have paid ain't enough money in the world. But also, I know better. Because I know how it's going to end. All the guys that I knew.
You knew.
Who were doing porn.
You knew. You knew.
Just a few are alive, and they think it's an damn dog. So it's kind of okay.
Damn.
What did they gain from this? To lose your life, lose your career. You can't do nothing else because every time you go get a job, somebody goes send that porn film over to your human resource people. They boot your ass up out of there. People are not thinking. And this stuff hangs around forever. Do not do it. That's the only thing I can say. And now, you're trying to correct this stuff after the fact that you were told not to do it in the first place.
That's completely understandable, Joshua. But a lot of these porn or OnlyFans people are trapped in it because they fucked up opportunities to do bigger. That is true. But I mean, if you make that choice, I feel like whatever you're gonna do, just be good at it. Be good at it. Like, for example, T.S. Madison, trans woman, been slanging her dick for years. Getting fucked by niggas, fucking niggas. And has she been kicked off of the movie Bros because of her past? Did WeTV drop her television show? Did Fox drop her television show because she did porn? And she's still eating off of that. She's still making residual coin off of that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, again, this is Walter Lee Hampton's fearful viewpoint. I feel like, once again, there are people who are... See, if we go talk about porn, I'd rather listen to a T.S. Madison than I would ever listen to a Walter. Because at least with T.S. Madison, she's been down the road. She survived the situation. And she has so much wisdom that will be able to help some of these up-and-coming girls that are doing it. So it's like, again, it's about how you look at it and how you finesse it. Because T.S. Madison, if from the bigger opportunities, in her case, she could have still been doing porn if she was locking herself out from bigger things. But she accepted what she did. She acknowledged what she did. Okay? She did it without any negative feelings about herself. She knew what her intentions was when she did it. She was very business by the book. And before OnlyFans, she was the only one that was really doing her own thing. Because everybody else was doing company. She had her own company called Raw Dog Entertainment. All money came to her. All things came to her. So I feel like these people can learn. Again, it's about perspective and difference. What you're saying, Joshua, is true. And even some of the things that Walter is saying is true, because he said that, you know, from his personal experiences with people that he's known, this is what happened. But like I said earlier in the commentary, just because he might know a certain thing and I might know a certain thing does not mean that the awareness of it is not there. Like, whatever we believe about something, there's going to always be something out there that's opposite of what we're doing, and they're doing it. So again, for me, it's just about perspective. But good comment, Joshua. Thank you.
But I don't know. As I've told people before, don't do this shit. Stay away from this pornography. Stay away from this fans. Stay away from these damn homosexuals. Stay away from them. I tell people.
Wait a minute. You say you're a gay man, you love gay men, and you love gay people in the gay community, but you just said what? Say it again. What happened? What happened? Come on.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
As I've told people before, don't do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from this pornography. Stay away from these fans only. Stay away from these damn homosexuals. Keep away. Stay away from them. I tell people all the time to get us. What do you mean stay away from these gay guys? What I said, stay away from these motherfucking homosexuals. They're bad news. Be very selective who you want to deal with in this community because these guys will take you.
And I will say this: there is a part of the community that does not like their own. I've heard people say, "Oh, I don't want to be around gay people. I don't like watching that gay shit. Oh, that gay shit too. There, that gay, that gay, that gay, that gay." How does that gay define you though, as a gay? If you know your intentions of who you are, and you know you have a strong foundation of self-love, it don't matter. It don't matter. Joshua said, T.S. Madison built a career off of being funny personality on Vine, the movie YouTube, which gave her the leverage. Maybe a lot of these porn girls should do the same. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that her videos you can still see today. Like Walter was just talking about, you get this job thing, you get this opportunity, and now when somebody email you, this opportunity thing now is being dropped off. It's like, no, just the whole woman who's open about being a fuck porn. She was a sex worker. So I think because she was funny and because she was able to tell the story of her life in a comedic way, a lot of people I felt like were able to look over the fact that she done porn. And they didn't just limit her to being T.S. Madison, the trans porn star. She's T.S. Madison, former porn star, Vine personality, YouTube personality, actress, philanthropist, advocate. Like there are so many comments. So what what Walter is saying, I don't believe the porn thing, depending on how you handle it, can destroy your future. Because if that was the case, the same thing would have happened to T.S. Madison, according to Walter's viewpoint.
They have a path to destruction, and you're not going to be there.
Shout out to Joshua with these comments. Yes, I love comments like this. Yes.
They're not going to be there to help you when you sick as a damn dog. They're not coming up to Grady Hospital to visit your ass, and they got tubes up your ass, draining all this shit out your damn ass. They're not coming to visit your black ass.
But are you going to be there? I mean, you look like a I told you so type of person. You look like you would revel in the fact of a person waking up in the fucking bed and then look at your ass and you got a smile on your face and see, I told you, you dumb bitch. See, I feel like you would give that type of energy. So are you there when these people are in Grady Hospital with all type of tubes pumping all this goddamn coke and crack and lean and nut out their stomach? Are you going to be there? Or are you going to sit up there and be like, well, you did this to yourself, deal with it? But you're supposed to be the fairy godmother, fairy gay mother girl, fairy fag mother girl of Atlanta.
You on your own.
Where's your wand?
Don't make this decision. You better think long and hard before you decide to have sex on film, whether it's amateur pornography or with these stupid ass companies that don't last long and lying and the bullshit. That's wrong. Find something else to do. Go to school, get a college degree, go do something, pursue something.
Do you not? Listen, this is my squeaky chair, y'all. I'm not farting. This is my chair. Girl. The world we live in today, girl. You know how many motherfuckers got bachelor's, associates, master's degrees, girl? Excuse me. And are flipping burgers at Burger King right now. Got all this motherfucking student loan debt, girl, knowing that they got to work at Burger King for the rest of their goddamn life, girl, to pay off the student loan debt. You acting as if though all these gay niggas out here just, oh, we just fucking that's it. No, some of these niggas, they do have a plan. They're trying to figure it out. But see, I can understand and see his commentary to be valid completely if he was having conversations with individuals who do porn to get into their mind. Because not everybody out here just fucking to be fucking. How about the fact that some of these niggas out here fucking for a check because they're black and they're gay? there are certain limitations against them already. So, of course, they got to find a way to survive, just like black men. Unfortunately, the community, the world that we live in, has a very narcissistic, low vibrating viewpoint on black men. To a lot of these black men can't go into places and get jobs off of the color of their skin. So my thing is, for a lot of them, desperate time calls for desperate measures. Not saying it's right, but they got to do what they got to do in order to make ends meet. Because you ain't gonna let them come up into your house. You ain't gonna let them sit on your couch and sleep on your couch until they get on their feet. You ain't finna do that. I don't know. Maybe if they fine as hell, because you let Xavier do that. I might be lying, girl. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. There are so many ways to look at this except just one way. They said Walter's commentary is usually towards black gay men. He has merch with Welcome to Niggerville on it. Exactly. Like, Welcome to Niggerville. Okay, so what about Niggerville? What can we do to change Niggerville? That's my question. And I'm realizing a lot of these individuals, girl, come up here and they talk about all the problems and the issues, but they're not creating a space to have conversations on how to fix the problems within the community. Just like how those niggas over there fucking and getting a check, it's just the same way your ass over here talking about black gay experiences in a low vibrating way, talking about Welcome to Niggerville and getting a check for it. So at this point, y'all both doing the same thing. If from your standpoint of these niggas doing porn and fucking up their lives, girl, you helping to fuck up their lives more, girl, by continuing this sick ass, perverted ass, low vibrational ass, one viewpoint fear-based perspective. Joshua said Chino Black quit OnlyFans and gay men called his new job, told him that he does porn, so they never hired him. He had to get back on OnlyFans, but I think he actually quit OnlyFans now, and that's sad for Chino Black. That's sad for Chino. I'm not, because we also live in a world now that people are very motherfucking petty. Very, very petty, girl. They don't want to see you working a job. They want to see you stroking. I be stroking. That's what I be doing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if these people are going to do porn, also, even T.S. Master said porn is not a long-term thing. Now, there are some people who old as fuck. It's an old white lady porn star named Blue Iris. I found her from the Howard Stern show. I've been watching a lot of Howard Stern recently. Shit crazy. This bitch 60, 70, 80 years old. I don't even know if this hoe's still alive. And she's still busting that dusty pussy open for motherfuckers to fuck her. So it's just like, I'm grateful for these conversations, because it's like now we get to look at them and look at these in so many different ways. I forgot who said it, but it's a quote. And I mentioned it on one of my previous lives. In order to slay a dragon, you have to look at it from all angles, because there's going to be an angle that's going to make sense. There's going to be an angle that's going to be a blind spot to the dragon. There's going to be an angle where you can slay the fucking dragon. But Walter Lee is trying to fight the dragon head on, girl. And I know you got these muscles and shit and you feel strong. But if that motherfucker say Dracarys, you're done, girl. You're done. We need somebody to go from the back, from the side. I'm short. Let me get underneath the motherfucker. They can't see me. Can we just have a different perspective, Walter?
There's so many opportunities out here. I tell this to people all the time, y'all, there's a lot of opportunity out there. I'm on YouTube making my bills right here. But people don't understand that.
But look at how you're paying your bills. Just like how the men are paying their bills. They paying their bills by fucking. Yes, it's easy money. Is it going to last forever? I don't know. I don't do porn. But they making money. And they get to control their narrative about it. OnlyFans and fans only, whatever the fuck it is, they get to be the proprietor of their body and the proprietor of their stuff. Again, Raheem Shabazz. Nigga number one on OnlyFans. Nigga coined out of control. And we live in a culture, let's be real, who are sexual. We are sexual fucking people. Again, the porn industry is a billion-dollar country. Billion-dollar business and enterprise. You know how many Christians watch porn? How many Muslims watch porn? How many different types of people watch porn? And there's so many motherfucking categories. Niggas are making money off of it. Now I get it. Your perspective as far as you know, taking care of yourself, being safe, all that type of stuff. Yes, I do feel like there needs to be more awareness of that. just so that the sex that we're having can be completely fruitful and life-giving. Because safe sex to me is the best sex. You ain't got to worry about shit. You can let your inner bitches go and ride that dick, bitch. And I want you to ride this motherfucking girl until my teeth dry. And you know teeth supposed to stay wet, bitch. Nigga ride me so goddamn good, bitch. I go outside and cut his grass, and he lives in an apartment complex. Girl, you see what happened when you ain't got... See, when you got a mindset of freedom and not fear, the dick riding be different. The sex be different, girl.
I don't want to put myself out there. You want to put yourself out there on YouTube discussing social commentary or sports or making pizzas or what? But you rather do porn,
girl. Because I think I forgot what it was. I think like for every, and I could be wrong. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think like for like a few thousand views you get, it's like $3. Sir, you have almost 70,000 subscribers. A lot of these individuals don't have that to make the money off of that. So if they see another opportunity that is better for them in that moment, again, you don't know their circumstances, you don't know what they got going on. They have to make these decisions, girl. They just hear you talking about don't do it, but it's like, okay, girl, I don't do it. So what else is there for me to do so I can continue to survive? Josh, I always want to do porn, but I let you know right now, I'm scary, bitch. I don't want no camera on next to me. Okay, we just record it just for us. Hell no. What's the point, bitch? You living the experience. Fuck recording it, girl. Go back in your mind and see it. I'm with you. I ain't doing porn, bitch. If I'm fucking a nigga, girl, it's gonna be between me and him and the angels, girl. It's not for all the viewing eyes, bitch. Because the way I slings this dick, girl, girl, I need to be focused on us, okay? I talked to a porn star on Snapchat, and he ain't struggling. He a nurse and got a very nice apartment. Exactly. See, again, well, I don't know why I keep saying Lance, girl. It's just Lance and Walter got the same fucking energy, girl. Maybe y'all should do a live together. Please. Walter Lee, get Walter Lee on your platform. He agrees with a lot of shit you say. That would be an interesting live. I would love to see that, girl. The commentary video I would give on that, bitch. I would make sure I re-up on some good sativa weed, girl. On that one.
What do you mean by that? I mean, them guys who are doing porn are stupid, and y'all mark my words. I've been around on this shit too damn long. 30 years of these damn homosexuals.
30 years of talking about them. 30 years of being afraid of them. 30 years of being ignorant. In these 30 years, like I said before we end this video, because we're getting towards the end, thank God, girl. Where is the comment? Where is the open panel discussions, girl? Where are the workshops? Where are the seminars? You know, they always doing some shit, some seminar or something, some sort of event. Girl, when it come to motherfucking Black Gay Pride, girl, Pride season come in Atlanta, girl. Why are you not on the committee trying to have conversations about HIV and AIDS? Why are you not having a conversation or having panel discussions and workshops and stuff about how to build a house, how to be a contractor, how to be a personal trainer? Like, why are you not being the solution to these problems that your ass been talking about for the past 30 years and been getting paid off on for the last whatever years you've been on YouTube? You've been for 30 years. You should be doing 30 years. You saying that like that's something proud, girl. I've been here for 30 years, girl. You here for 30 years and it gets worse and worse and worse according to you, girl. You the elder. No shade. And I ain't talking about age, girl, because I'm 31. I hope and pray and wish I get to 50-something, God willing. But God damn it, if I was 50-something, girl, I would be trying to do something to give back to the community so that this energy that you're talking about does not continue to perpetuate itself going forward and becoming worse and worse and worse according to you.
I know how this shit plays out. It's gonna play out good.
Girl. Where's the alternate ending? Do you have an alternate ending? Is there only just one ending, or do you have the alternate ending, girl? Do you have the good ending? Because a good story or a good video game or a good movie will have multiple endings, girl, to keep your ass guessing. It's about the choices you make. And even when these individuals, hypothetically speaking, and playing devil's advocate, let's just say that what Lance is saying, Lance, girl, at this point, I'm going to call your ass Lance. Girl, let me just say in perspective, girl, according to you playing devil's advocate, girl, they end up doing porn, bitch. They end up getting quote unquote sick, girl. Now they in the hospital in tubes and all this shit, girl. What is there afterwards? Do you know any programs that can be able to help those who are HIV positive just now realizing that and helping them get back into alignment with loving themselves and you know, dealing with a world that is going to continue to discriminate against them, to denigrate them, to demonize and ostracize them? Are you there on the other end trying to help them, girl? 30 years, bitch. You should be 30 years. You should be on somebody's goddamn staff board. You should be on somebody's council board. You should be on somebody's something when it comes to LGBT people, especially black, same gender loving men. You should be having something big in Atlanta. But girl, why not, girl? I'm a go ahead and go and live in the forest, girl. No shade, because I'm gonna live in the forest too, bitch. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause my shit's popping off, girl. When my shit really pop off the way I want, girl, I'm gonna move to a rural area on the outskirts of town, girl. Cause when I want my alone time, bitch, I'm gonna want my alone time. No shade. But I'm still gonna be doing work that helps other people better themselves, or at least give information, and hopefully they'll take it. But how is HIV still spreading it, and if they are still on? But he don't see that. Again, to me, in Walter Lee's mind, based off of what he has shared with us and the videos he talked about, he has a very frightening viewpoint on HIV. Again, he was there during the initial outbreak of it. So in his mind, he's stuck there. He's stuck there. And if he was to educate himself, which he had opportunities to educate himself, like I said before, years ago, there was a panel where I think Miss J, the legendary hairstylist from Atlanta, who'll be wearing them tight ass shoes and be stuffing they fucking hog mogs in them smooth batons. Girl, them piggies be screaming, bitch, oink, 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 bitch. There was a panel discussion that him and some other people had about HIV, and Walter showed up with a shirt that said HIV negative. I wish that the video was out there. I saw a screenshot picture a long time ago, but I wish there was a video. If somebody got the video, Lord Universe, please put it out, because I would love to review it. Like, he don't come into these situations about HIV, about the black gay community, in a positive, no pun intended, outlook on the shit. But that's okay, girl, because when there's every one Walter Lee, girl, there are 3-4 motherfucking BubzDaGawds, girl. There are motherfuckers out here that are waking up, girl. And like I said, I don't know, maybe this is for older people, and maybe when I get older, that's why I'm learning to love myself and be open-minded, because I don't ever want to be stuck in a certain type of mindset, girl. But I don't know, a lot of times older people get stuck in their ways, girl, but is that way fruitful and life-giving, not just for you, but for everybody else? Because when you walking in self-love for real, the overflow blesses other people, not scare them.
Anything behind you, Derek, it don't work out that way. It's going to end disastrous.
Damn.
It always does.
Always.
Leave it alone.
Always, right?
That quick money will come back to haunt your ass. Like this sweet dog, he's still hanging around here. Lord, I can't even do this video without him just get this. Why? Can't you just leave me alone this morning? Why? Because he said, hell no, I'm going to sit here and be I'm going to be this anyway. I just gave him breakfast, put new water out. I got a little toy right here. This little thing he's trying to get you. You want this, don't you? Yeah. You want it, don't you? He want this little bit. You want it?
Girl, this toward the end, girl.
Yeah, he got it now. He love that little thing.
Okay, girl, come on. Finish this up, because I'm ready to go.
Anyway, I've had these conversations with these guys, and I try to persuade them not to get involved in this pornography, not to get involved in this.
I would love to hear your ideas of persuasion. I would just like to hear, like, what do you tell these men? To not get into it? Like, is that it? Like, what other elements and other ways are you looking at shit to be able to get it across to them? Because you said the F word, you called them the faggots earlier. So obviously I know you're not having no respectful conversation with these individuals, girl. You probably telling them, you dumb as fuck, you dumb, you stupid if you do this. Oh my God, you're a fucking idiot. That's what I feel like you're giving.
Escorting, not to get involved in any stuff because it never ends well for these guys. It's quick money that might resolve a small temporary problem, but it's going to create an even larger permanent issue. So leave it alone. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't get involved in it. And don't let any of these guys talk you into this mess. Stay away from it. Because you're going to pay a heavy price for it. It could cause you to lose your life. It ain't worth it, John. It's not worth it. But that's just my thoughts and opinions. You don't pay me no attention. I'm just a crazy man on the internet. But I know better not to get involved in pornography.
Is that your closing? Your outro saying?
But I tried to warn you guys repeatedly to leave. Do not get involved in that. It never ends well. Where's Jonell and Tyrone? Anybody seen them recently? Yeah. Good luck.
I don't know what those niggas is.
Don't get involved in that mess. It never, ever is well for anybody who gets involved in John. I know a lot of people over the years who've done pornography, and that shit never, ever works out for them. It always ends disastrously. I'm telling you, leave it alone. From a short video, today is Thursday. It is
girl. You make me feel mighty real when we're out there dancing on the floor, darling. Girl, ladies and gentlemen, that is Walter Lee Hampton, girl. 30 years in the community, girl. Letting you hoes know, girl, that if you participate in this shit, the only thing, because he said this always had, the end result is always the same. I'm not lying. Y'all heard what he said. Y'all heard what he said. Okay? Been in for 30 years, and the only thing this nigga is telling y'all is to not do it, because if you do it, there is nothing but fire and brimstone waiting for you. Meanwhile, there are people in the world. That's why I say, girl, you got to love yourself and study to show thyself approved, because there's going to always be a contradiction to what people say. What he's saying, there are people out there that are living a life that is contradicting to what he's saying. Thank you, Joshua. Jonell and Tyrone are in a loving relationship, and they've been together for over 10 years. They're on Instagram. Meanwhile, Walter Lee Hampton in that big old nice house, girl, okay, with his dog and stuff. And I know he'd be looking at a chair and be like, bitch, a chair is still a chair. Even when Xavier is not sitting there. Girl. But a chair is not a house, sir. And a house is not a home till someone turns the key, bitch, and walks in saying that they still in love. I said, still in love. Ooh, bitch. But yeah, I just wanted to give my opinion and perspective, girl. Look, I already told y'all, I did my information about my body graph, bitch. I'm here to bring forth information, girl, and to challenge information. And now that I've got verification of that, I'm going to do just that. So, I mean, if anybody speaks on the LGBT in a very different type of way, I'm going to speak my mind about it. Whether it's motherfuckers outside of the community like Lance Scurv, which once again, y'all go ahead and check out my please. If y'all love me, y'all see this thumbnail, girl? It's Medea mixed with Natalie Nunn, girl. You see the chin? If y'all love me and this chin, girl, I need y'all to go watch my latest video. Okay? About Lance Scurv and Lil Boosie. I think you will appreciate the commentary. It's age restricted, so make sure you signed in. And please share it, because I'm speaking truth in my shit. But whether it's motherfuckers outside the community and like Walter inside the community, I have to be accountable for that. I have to be accountable for that, because if I don't hold myself accountable, how can I hold other people accountable? And it starts with self first. And thank y'all talking about Luther got the voice. Shit. I'm still learning. I'm still finding my vocal comfortability, because I'm still fearful about my own voice as far as singing is concerned. I'll be afraid I'm gonna make mistakes and sound a mess. So y'all, I be trying a little bit there, here and there to kind of ease out of that. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for rocking with me for this commentary. I am so excited. And thank you so much. Shout out to, oh Lord, how do I pronounce it? I don't want to do it wrong. They Dallas 510. Shout out to you. Shout out to Joshua, Jessica. Hey Jessica. To Aries, let's talk. Joshua was in the comments, baby. I appreciate that. Yes. Shout out to Neri, to Makidra, to Harold, Soulful Dog, Miss Ann, El Teddy, Yanni, Miss Amber. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me. But yeah, like I said, y'all go ahead and go to his channel and listen. Like, girl, it's y'all stay tuned to BubzDaGawd, girl, because we gonna get it hot, girl. We gonna get a motherfucking hot bitch. Okay? And we gonna speak about truth, girl. I've been trained by a badass motherfucker, girl, for the past 3 fucking years, bitch, and self-love and all that shit. And now that a nigga is out here doing it on his own, girl, finding his own footing, girl, following his own intuition, girl, doing his shit. I used to be afraid of what's the word I'm looking for? Confrontation. And a part of me still deals with that because I feel like we can sit up here and we can talk things out. But if it goes down that road, how can I handle it? Because I know these motherfuckers may not know how I am, but I know how I am, girl. And I choose self-love for a reason. Okay? But now that I know what my purpose is, girl, confrontation is a part of it. But there's a way to get your point across. What's the word? What's the quote? Say what you mean and mean with you. I can't even say it. A little high. Say what you mean what you say, but don't be mean when you say it. Now, if I was to ever have the privilege of having a conversation with Walter, I would treat him with the utmost respect because this is a conversation. Now, if this shit go left and you kind of being a little too disrespectful, bitch, then BubzDaGawd gonna have to enter the chat, girl. But anyway, I want to give my commentary about this. Make sure y'all please like and share this because it helps my videos go up in the algorithm so that more individuals can see what's going on with BubzDaGawd and the fantastic motherfucking voyage over here. Shout out to everybody who came through, whether you are watching in live in real time, or whether your ass is watching via replay gang. I appreciate all of y'all. And until next time, everybody, peace. BubzDaGawd signing out. You make me feel